Welcome back in, everyone. We finally have concrete details on the campaign structure for Gears of War E-Day. And the big headline is it's a massive shift for the franchise. E-Day is targeting over 14 hours of content for the great narrative campaign. You can now tackle it solo or with friends. 14 hours is an absolute golden sweet spot for me. It sits right along modern co-op grades like It Takes Two or Portal 2. It's long enough to deliver a meaty, deeply enough emotional story, but it's also tight enough that it doesn't feel like an 80 hours grind. So how does that 14-hour target stack up against the legacy of the franchise? Honestly, Gears of War has always had that incredible track record of giving us brand new cinematic stories to sink our teeth into. Think back to the original Gears of War. It has a raw, catastrophic 8-hour horror show. Gears 2 and 3 raised the blockbuster stakes, sitting around 10 to 11 hours, and even Gears 5, with its experimental, semi-open world skiff segments wrapped up around 12 hours. E-Day beating all of them to cross the 14-hour mark is a huge deal, and what makes this franchise so special is that the initial runtime is just the beginning. Gears games always feel fresh because of that massive replayability. It's built directly into the DNA. We're talking brutal difficulty settings like Insane that completely change how you play the game. Layers of hidden lore, collectibles, iconic Xbox achievements and hunts, and legendary Easter eggs that keep the community searching for weeks after launch. Personally, I'm incredibly excited how they are handling the main story objectives within these 14 hours framework. The developers have confirmed that E-Day is returning to a highly focused narrative structure. That means no empty open world pattern. Every single minute of that 14-hour critical path is dense cinematic action, and the setting, the city of Kalona. I'm so hyped to see more of this world. Kalona was once a jewel of Serra, a city bustling with life, culture and citizens, finally celebrating peace after the grueling pendulum wars. Seeing that pristine, beautiful city get torn apart and turned and transformed into a terrifying apocalyptic nightmare is going to give the game psychological vibe that we haven't felt since 2006. If you do want a deep dive into the history, the city of Kalona, do go check out our video. So here's where E-Day completely breaks the traditional Gears mold. Optional side objectives. As you navigate the burning streets of Kalona on the critical path, you'll encounter dynamic optional scenarios. You might hear a radio distress call to rescue stranded civilians, or stumble upon ally squads needing help in an ambush. Because of this, your actual game time is going to scale massively, depending on how you actually play. For people that want to just focus on the story, you ignore the radio calls and blast through the main objectives, you're looking at a rock solid 14 hours. The standard run. If you're pulling off the beaten path and want to investigate those optional extra objectives, expect a clean to 17-19 hours. And the completionists out there, the Coalition has explicitly stated that E-Day features more collectibles than any prior Gears campaign, including an abundance of classic contacts, scouring every ruined building, completing every sign objective, and unlocking the campaign achievements. You're pushing the game to 25 to 30 hours. Then you gotta factor in the multiple playthroughs on higher difficulties. A hardcore fan is easily looking at 40 plus hours of premium gameplay. Finally, let's talk about the absolute best way to experience this entire 14-hour journey. The triumphant return of the full 4-player online campaign co-op. You and your friends will step into the boots of Bravo Squad. You finally got Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago alongside two brand new characters, Max Carter and Lucas Reyes. What is brilliant here is how their stories all merge. This isn't a lazy skin swap from the Coalition. They have invested heavily in unique voice lines and distinct facial features for all characters. If you play as Dom, the dialogue and emotional weight will focus heavily on his bond with Marcus. If you're playing as Max or Lucas, you'll experience the raw, unfiltered terror of a new gear seeing a drone for the first time. To accommodate 4 human players without everyone tripping over the same walls, the combat arenas in Kalona are physically wider and feature incredible vertical flanking routes. It's prepared with a modernised movement system and fluid mantling, sprinting, sliding. And also for the couch co-op, 2-player local split screen is fully supported on consoles. Gears of War E-Day is shaping up to be everything fans have been begging for. A return to the dark, gritty horror, a massive 14-hour linear story, and the kinetic fun of 4-player tactical co-op. But I want to hear from you. Are you tackling the ruins of Kalona solo for that pure horror experience, or are you assembling a squad on day one? Let me know in the comments below. Do not forget to check out our deep dive video on Kalona, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all in the next one.